G'day guys, how you doing? It's the Kiwi and I'm back rather quickly with another video. I know, pretty surprising, huh? But anyway, I'm going to dive right into this next subject, and it's based on a statement that I said in the previous video, and that was that if your life sucks, it's because of you. And it actually really truly is. Now, before you get all upset about that simple statement, you have to understand that I'm talking from authority here, because my life sucked for many, many years. And it was because of me. And I've mentioned this in previous videos, and that is the fact that in 2004, I had an epiphany and realized that all the drama and trouble and problems that were happening in my life, primarily it was firstly, it was based around females. And you got to start somewhere, right? So what I realized was all the trouble and drama and problems that I was having with women was because of me. So that started me on a whole path of actually learning about what it is with me that has been causing all these problems and everything in my life. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about a couple of simple truths first and foremost. First truth is you are the product of two people coming together and conceiving you and making a baby, right? That's truth number one. Truth number two is you were raised by either both of those people or one of those people and the surrounding family and friends for the first 5 years of your life, outside of maybe going off into foster care or something like that. That's a second truth, and we can all agree on that stuff, right? Now, the third truth, this is a little bit more up there. However, it has been proven scientifically that everything around us is energy, that every cell is made up of molecules, and molecules are made up of atoms, and atoms are pure energy, okay? That's truth number three. So let's take those three truths and squish them all together. Well, when you are conceived as a cellular life form inside your mother's womb, you are surrounded by energy. Your mother is a complete being, a complete energy-based being, all right? Now, you spend 9 months inside that womb, and your energy, your cellular structure, your molecules and cells that end up making who you are as a baby are surrounded by your mother's energy. So your energy becomes one with the mother's energy, all right? Now you're born, and over the next 5 years of your life, you're raised by either your mother or your mother and your father and the surrounding friends and family, and your energy becomes permeated with that energy that is around you. Now, what those first 5 years of your life, what's happening to you is the cellular structure in your body is literally becoming programmed. You're becoming programmed with all the thoughts, beliefs, ideologies, everything. Even though you can't process that stuff, even though you can't make sense of it, it's becoming a part of your cellular structure in your body. Now, there is a very ancient belief system, or belief in some ancient esoteric belief systems that goes like this. Your biology becomes your biography. So who you are as a biological entity becomes who you are in your biography, what your life is. So for those first few years of your life, you're pre-programmed and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize this is actually happening because you're too young, you're too small, you're too little. You're just going along with everything that's around you. Then what happens, you get shoved off into the school and education system, and they purposely dumb you down. They don't want you to become a conscious individual, because that's what this whole life is about. It's about consciousness. This is what I learned when I died. So the reason why your life sucks is you're first being raised by most probably two pretty effed up human beings, and in all sincerity, if you're actually watching this right now, you're most probably being raised by some rather goofy people, to say the least. Because the majority of humanity is pretty freaking stupid, especially from about my generation back, maybe a little bit further. But anyway, what happens is then, you know, you go into the education system. All the education system is about is about producing drones. Is about just producing people for a workforce. That's why I have a real problem with the self-help industry that keeps on putting out these rules on success and these rules on life and the rules for this and the rules for that. I mean, what the hell do you learn in school? Rules. So the people that are teaching you rules, that are supposedly self-help gurus, they're actually just repeating what is in the education system to keep you going on that hamster wheel of life. And for the majority of us, the hamster wheel of life is actually pretty frickin' miserable. Our lives suck. And it happens because of that first pre-programming that happens to us as an infant in the womb of the mother, then the child, etc., etc. We're constantly getting bombarded with a bunch of BS, and the reason why we agree with a lot of that BS is it resonates with that programming that's already inside of us, because that programming is vibrating, because that's what atoms do. They vibrate, they buzz around, they boom, they hum. So what happens is whatever the frequency, it's just like a radio, whatever the frequency that your body's energy is vibrating at, the things that make us feel good are always the things that are vibrating at that same frequency. So if you, let's say your frequency is 550 hertz or what have you, let's just call it 550. Anything above 550, you're not going to be attracted to, and anything below 550, you're not going to agree with. But everything that hits you at that frequency of, say, 550, you're going to gravitate towards. So you're going to gravitate towards all like-minded people, people that are doing the same things, people that are performing the same activities. You're always going to be going to that frequency. Now, the people that are at a higher frequency, let's say they're, 1100 hertz. Those people are vibrating at a higher frequency. Their cells, their molecular structure is vibrating at a higher frequency. So they're going to be above you. They're going to look like they're above you. They're going to be off doing specific things that you could potentially wish that you could be doing. Well, what you have to do is you have to literally bring yourself up to their level. That's where the work starts. Now, and this is where the whole self-help industry and all these gurus and all these people out there won't tell you this. It took years for you to get to this point where you've hit this wall. Okay? So the changes aren't going to happen overnight. For you to become, let's say, a better version of yourself, just to be living a more positive life, a more fulfilled life, something that your heart and soul, whatever your heart and soul yearns for, it's going to take time to get there. It doesn't happen like that, because you literally have to change the whole cellular structure in your body. Now, again, it's scientifically proven that every 7 years, the human body is completely renewed at the level of the cellular structure. Either bones, every cell in our body becomes a new cell. So after 7 years, we have a whole new body. So you have to slowly but surely get rid of those cells that are holding onto that biography, your story. This is how you change your life. This is how you change your surroundings. You'll see these gurus out there where they're talking about, You know, you can do this, you can do that, da, 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 but they never tell you how long it takes. I am sitting here as an example that it takes minimum, depending on how fucked up you are, it can take a couple of years, it can take 10 years, it can take the rest of your life. It usually takes the rest of your life, because once you actually start improving and you start growing, you don't want to stop. You actually want to continually improve on your life. So if you want to change your life, you have to start with just the simple fundamental building blocks of being able to change your world around you, because you have to change all that energy that is inside of you. You can't just go, oh yay, I'm going to have this amazing life, and then a couple of months, a year later, it's not happening, and you lose all faith and all hope in it. And see, this is what the self-help industry doesn't teach people. Tony Robbins, you know, Oprah, there's a bunch of people online that are always selling this voodoo guru stuff. And they always show you their success stories. They always show you the people that are like, woo, look at this person, they've done incredibly well. They're an overnight success story, blah, blah, blah. Those individuals just happen to have been at the right place at the right time in their lives, where they've been trying to change their lives, and then they step into the doorway of this individual's world, and what they pick up from this individual is resonating at the level that their body is resonating, that the energy is vibrating at the same level. That's why they become a success story. However, they don't, for every success story, there's tens of thousands of failures behind them. And nobody addresses that. They may do, I haven't seen it yet. And that's what this video and the next few videos are going to be about, is how you can change your life to being what you wish it to be. Me, I just wanted a simple, uncomplicated, easy life. I've got it. I didn't want all the bells or whistles and the magnificent home and the fancy cars. I wanted to bring the stress levels down in my life. I wanted to get my life down to a point where I could feel at peace. And with that being said, there's another ancient teaching that is out there that's very seldom taught, and that is, if you don't go within, you go without. And we'll be talking about that stuff in upcoming videos, because I really want to help you guys dig your way out of where you are in your world. But I want to be honest about it. I want to tell you the truth behind how this whole system works. And it's starting with this video. So just for the moment, process the information that I've put to you in this video. And what I'll do is I'll start coming out with more videos in regards to this subject, and we're going to build on it at a far deeper level. You know, for the last couple of years, the videos I've been doing have been very, very kind of on the surface, nothing too nitty or gritty. However, I really want to really dive into this subject and even more subject matters, so we can get you guys going in a really, really solid direction, in the direction that your heart and your soul yearns for. Whatever it is that you want to be doing, you can do it. However, there's a process to it, and it takes time. And like I said, if it happens quickly for those individuals out there, it just happens that they have touched on something that resonates with them. You know, and it does happen. In the rare occasions, it does happen where a light bulb goes off in somebody, it resonates with that individual from the top of their head to the tip of their toes, and they're off. That's what brought me to New Zealand. It was like everything about coming back here just resonated with me from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. And I was like, boom, I'm taking the job. I'm moving back to New Zealand. That's why in the last few months there's been some massive changes happen in my life. However, it took 15 years to get here. So, anyway, if you like the subject matter, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment and pound the subscribe button. And I'll be back with more of this information for you fellas. Alrighty? Talk to you later. Cheers.